Okay, so tonight I decided to make a dessert instead of, we just had spaghetti for supper, and I decided let's have something special for after spaghetti. And I found this recipe called pie spiced apple fritters. And they're not going to take very much time to make at all. Apparently they make 6 servings and a total of 30 minutes to make. And this recipe is by Kate Merker. Excuse me. Alright, so it's telling me to fitch. Oh my goodness gracious, lately, me and my tongue. Fill a large Dutch oven with 1.5 inches of oil, which I've done, and heat to 350. Oh my goodness gracious! I'm gonna have to do my voiceover exercises before I start these shows from now on, I think. I'm just tripping all over the place. Heat to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So of course I don't know what that is because I don't have a temperature gauge. So I'll just, you know, like I've done in the past, hope that it's hot enough and doesn't burn my apple fritters. Set a cooling rack on a rimmed baking sheet. Combine granulated sugar and 1/2 teaspoon of pie spice in a bowl and set aside. Okay, so I'm going to go and grab a rimmed baking sheet and a cooling rack. It's not ribbed, but it'll do. Doesn't really fit. Again, it'll do. It's asking for pie spice, but I don't actually have pie spice. So I looked up apple pie spice and I figured out how to make my own. And it's 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/8 teaspoon of allspice, and a dash of ground cloves or a dash of ginger. I have both, so I just chose ground cloves. And that's what I put in for my apple pie spice. And I pre-measured out everything here except for the vanilla. That's the only thing I didn't pre-measure out, but everything else is ready to go in. So yeah, my granulated sugar, it calls for 1/2 cup. And 1/2 teaspoon of this pie spice. Oh, 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, I almost put the whole thing in. So I guess we use half now and the other half later. Look at this, isn't it adorable? It's so cute. That's what I used to mix this. It's like little Barbie. Well, I guess it'd be too big for Barbie, but I just think it's the most adorable whisk I ever did see. So I need 1/2 teaspoon for now. And then save the rest for later. And I use this little whisk to whisk it up. Okay. I'm supposed to set that aside. And then I'm supposed to whisk together the flour. Oh, I don't think this is in a big enough bowl. Brown sugar, baking powder, salt, and remaining. Well, maybe it is, but this whisk is definitely not going to cut it, so I'm going to get a better whisk. Meanwhile, I'm afraid that's going to get too hot. My grease. And I don't feel comfortable with the size of this bowl. I'm going to get a bigger bowl. Okay. Better. Alright. So the flour, just so you know, it calls for, if I can find it, 1 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, spooned and leveled. And then it wants me to add brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of packed light brown sugar, baking powder, which is 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, as well as salt. Where did I put my salt that fell over. Eee! Okay, and it's kosher salt, and it's calling for, I I should remember this, a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Oh boy, Jamie's just got a little temper. Little tempered Jamie. She's playing a video game and probably losing her mind. There's gonna be a lot less of that going on this summer, I'll tell you that. And then the remaining 1/2 teaspoon of pie spice. I'll go into here. So I'll mix all that together. Like so. Okay, and so I'm supposed to whisk together the cider. Be able to take this bowl back since I think it's big enough. Here's my apple cider. If you're wondering how much apple cider it calls for, it's 1/2 cup. Well, I guess I could have just looked at my cup. Duh. Okay. So plus the egg, 1 large egg. Maybe I won't get shells in this for the first time ever. Yay! And then vanilla. It calls for 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. I kind of overdid that, I think. Squeezed a little too much out. So I'm whisking together the cider and the egg and the vanilla, and then I'm supposed to add these wet ingredients to the dry ingredients and mixing until just combined. Okay, uh-oh. Making a big mess, but that shouldn't surprise you. And I'm probably using the wrong thing to stir this with. It's getting all goopy and gross. And that's probably getting way too hot. You don't want your grease to boil. I think that would be dangerous. No, I just did not choose the right thing to mix this up with. I need a better spoon. Okay. Oh, I think that I forgot to mention. No, I think I'm good. I think I mentioned everything. Okay, so whisk together. Okay. I add wet ingredients to dry. Okay, well, it's like turning into one big ball of goop. You making fun of my cooking, my baking? Well, it's like I'm supposed to. I don't know. I'm supposed to look like this. You're supposed to make 6 apple fritters? Are you kidding me? What are they? Midget?
Yep.
I mean, little apple fritters. Shush! Bad. You're a bad influence. Peel and core apple, because it calls for 1 Granny Smith apple. I have this, sorry, frog in my throat. I have this awesome, like, core. Watch this. I don't even know where I got this, but I love it. Go all the way down like that. Goes all the way through to the other side. You pull it out, and it's got your core right there. Isn't that great? Then you take this and go. Out comes the center of your apple. Woo! And I do not, and I repeat, do not like skins left on my cooked apples. Disgusting. I hate it. Ugh. Skins on apples in apple pie. Barf. skins on apples and apple crisp. Barf. I mean, sorry, it just turns my stomach. So I always ask when I go to restaurants, you don't leave the skins on your apples, do you? Sometimes I get the funniest looks when I ask that question. And then I get lied to. Oh no, no, of course not. And then I get it and I got skin on my apples. I just want to gag to get stuck in my throat. Because I have a hard time swallowing stuff that I don't like. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Peel and core apples coarsely. Woo, I just about cut it in half before I read the rest of the ingredients, or the directions, I mean. I'm nervous, this is getting too hot. I think I'm gonna just take it off of the burner for now because it's starting to smell like it's burning, like the oil is burning. We don't want burnt oil because that would make our food taste bad. So it is starting to smell like it's boiling. Oh, it doesn't spit at me. Okay. Coarsely grate half the apple. Okay, I guess I can cut it in half. And cut the other half into 1/4-inch pieces. Coarsely grate. Cheese grater? Okay, let's try that. This apple looks like it's bruised on the inside. That's not good. I'm just gonna cut out the bruised looking part of the apple. How can it bruise on the inside? Huh. Let's do this. Take that part out. Take that part out. I didn't want to eat brown apple. Okay, and let's coarsely grate this. Without grating your nails. Yeah, if you can. Avoid grating your nails, that's great. Because it doesn't feel very good. Okay. Salvage as much apple as I can. There we go. And then with the other half, because you know this apple, again, the center is looking a little scary, so I'm going to cut the center out because it looks bruised to me. Just like so. And then I'm supposed to cut this part up into 1/4 pieces. Right? 1/4-inch pieces. 1/4-inch pieces, not 1/4 pieces. All right. I could do that. I wish that I had a camera here to see, so you could see closer what it is that I'm doing. But you get the point. I don't know. They seem like pretty big pieces to me still. They're like bigger than a 1/4 inch. I'm sure. Should take a ruler. Because I think these are ginormous pieces of apple. I don't know how these are gonna. I don't know. I think they're pretty big pieces of apple. Well, that'll have to do. I think they're still pretty big, but then it tells me that I'm supposed to gently fold into batter. It's pretty goopy, sticky batter. Gently fold into batter. All right. There's like lumps of something in this batter. Anyway, gently fold. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, gently fold into batter. So bizarre. I should be doing this underneath the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Let me see. That is very awkward. At least you're getting the idea of what I'm trying to do here. But you know what? I don't really know how you can be gentle with this. To be quite honest with you. I'm not thinking this is gonna turn out. I think it'll just turn out to be like mush. Lumpy, undercooked mush. Knowing my luck. Okay, well, you know what this is gonna have to do. It's not gonna get much better, I don't think. Jeez, that grease is hot behind me. All right, so working in batches, drop spoonfuls of batter, about 2 tablespoons each, into oil. Fry, turning once until golden brown, 2 to 4 minutes. Oh, hot, hot, hot. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that shouldn't be on there. All right, let's try this. About 2 tablespoons each, huh? Working in batches. If this turns out, I'll be really surprised. Super surprised. I'm so happy. It says you're supposed to make 6. So far I've put in 4. And they're way bigger than 2 tablespoons each. 5. And I don't think I'm going to be working in batches either. 6. 7. Alright, we'll see how it goes. How it goes. Smells nice. So I'm supposed to turn them over once. Let's turn that one over. Turn that one over. Turn this one over. Huh. This might turn out. I'm starting to think there's hope. Okay, let's turn this one over. This one. This one. And this one. I'm gonna get a bigger bowl. Okay. Let's do this. Almost dumped my sugar. I can't really tell which ones have been cooking the longest here. Let's try this one. Because it says to toss the warm fritters in the sugar spice mixture and then transfer it to a cooling rack. Next. I don't think there's enough, like, spice mixture. Oh, maybe there is. I just hope it's not gooey and chewy and raw on the inside, you know what I mean? Almost done. Can you smell it?
It smells delicious.
Smells delicious?
Mm-hmm.
I hope it tastes as good as it smells. Well, we can eat these while we're watching a movie.
And kettle corn?
Kettle corn?
Yeah. If I don't have any and I have kettle corn instead, is that okay? Because I love kettle corn. You know how much I love kettle corn. Actually, I'll try it. And if I like it, I'll eat it. If I don't, I'll try it.
It's not coating as good as the first ones did. Well, I don't know how these turned out.
And
I'm
then
a little
if I
nervous.
don't like it, I'll eat it.
The first one's coated really well.
If I
These
don't-
other ones not so much.
Yeah. If I don't like it too much, then I'll try to eat it. But if I don't like it, so if I don't like it, I'll probably not eat, but I'll try. And then.
So, as you'll see here, these ones coated pretty nice. The first two. This one started not to coat so good, and then it just went downhill after that. Now we'll let them cool for a bit, and then we'll see if people like them.
Sugar on it!
Careful, they're hot. Uh-oh, I hope they're not raw and gooky and gross.
Are they supposed to be brown in the middle?
No, is it raw?
No, they're doughy.
Oh no, I knew that was gonna happen.
No, it tastes good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's supposed to be at exactly 350 degrees so that they don't cook too fast?
No, they're good.
Really? Maybe, do you want to try Daddy's before you try, or do you want to try your own?
Want to try that?
Okay, try
Can
Daddy.
I have some milk?
Well, yeah, try Daddy.
It's hot.
Can I hold it?
Just bite the corner there.
Careful not
I
to.
love it.
All she gets is the sugar.
I got the inside of it.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Did she get a good chunk full?
No.
Try another bite.
Okay. Hot. But I can still, I like it.
What would you give it? Out of 10?
Mm-mm.
No, it's always out of 10.
Higher?
Your apple chunks are
To
too
get
big. though.
higher? I give 100 if I could, but I'll give a 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10?
But I
Okay.
wish I could give it
The apple chunks are too big.
I knew it.
Look how big that was.
It said to cut it a quarter of an inch.
Wait,
Isn't that a quarter of an
can I
inch?
try even
No,
more?
it looks like half an inch.
Oh crap! I'm so bad with measurements. But Jamie loves apples, so she doesn't care.
Yeah, she hasn't got a piece of apple, because if she had a piece of
I
apple that
did.
big, she wouldn't have liked it.
I did.
What do you think?
I love it.
What would-
Look at that! Look how big it is!
So next time, smaller chunks,
Oh yeah.
like half that size.
Yeah.
Can I have a whole
You
one
still
to
haven't
myself?
scored it.
I would have gave it like a 9 out of 10, but it only gets an 8 because these monster apple chunks.
See, I knew they were too big. You want your own?
Mhm.
Okay, well,
Actually, no. I love them.
Here, can you finish that one?
I'll finish it.
Sure.
Yeah. I like it. Because it's
pick,
orange.
pick a fritter.
Smell good. Wait, which one?
Whatever one you
Those
want.
are Fritos.
Those are fritters.
No.
The fritters. They're homemade fritters.
Do you have Scooter tomorrow?
Take a bite.
Yep.
We do?
Try not to burn your mouth off.
Dad, we have a Scooter tomorrow?
Yep, you do.
It looks like a pizza.
Jamie thought it looked like chicken.
It looks cool. I like it. It looks nice. And it looks yummy. And I love it so much. What does it taste like?
Maybe a 7 out of 10.
A 7 out of 10? Okay. All right, I'll try.
Alright.
Okay, here goes nothing.
I should pick one more sugar.
More sugar. There you go.
I give it an 8.
There you go.
Sounds
I
pretty
gave
good.
it a 10 out of 10.